Another drought buster kind of rainstorm, Keith.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. We talked in the summer about the drought. And remember we were saying, like, we tend to take care of these in the fall.
Yeah, and here we are.
And here we are. Yeah, we're getting it done. We'll get our latest drought monitor on Thursday. It will include today's rain, but another rainy day. It's an order of magnitude situation where inland is seeing the heaviest rain into northern New Hampshire as well, a break along the coastline, although they'll see a few more bands. Are really wrapped up low. I was geeking out about this before, but it's the first kind of big wrapped up low of the season. You know, when you get into the winter, you'll see more and more of these, obviously, but this is the first one of the season where it just sits back here, draws enough cold air down from Canada that you get snow up to Alpena, Michigan, Mackinac City, that whole area. We don't have to worry about that, but we are dealing with the other side of the front. Now, wind gusts have been lower than modeled, which is not a bad thing. 23 miles an hour in Portland, 20 in Wiscasset, 28 in Bangor, and to be honest with you, it didn't even seem that high. Probably a lot of these happened. We had some thunderstorms roll through last night, and we got some wind gusts there. So this is not going to be a situation where we have a lot of power outages from this. Bar Harbor is the highest at 32 miles an hour. So the theme over the afternoon here is for this rain to lift slowly to the north and east, and so you'll do better over southern and western Maine, maybe some late day peaks of sun. Keep in mind the sun sets before 6 now, so not a ton of time in there, but it's still raining over down east, and there's probably going to be a little bit of a pullback here, say early evening, before the rain tries to get itself going again through the middle of the night and through early tomorrow morning. And this is again down east and northern Maine, north of Waterville. That's where the rain will continue, and they'll pick up another inch or so in a lot of spots. We get it out of here, though, this system by tomorrow mid-morning. We're in better shape by tomorrow afternoon. And actually pretty nice. The only thing is it will be breezy, and highs will only be in the 50s. So if you think about that being the high, a lot of the day will be spent upper 40s to around 50 degrees, but the sun's a good trade-off. And we kind of do the same thing on Thursday. It's still a little breezy, still a little cool. Temperatures only in the 50s. Our overnight lows will be in the 30s in most spots. And then a few more clouds come through early on Friday before we go back to sunshine Friday afternoon. So more or less, once we get this front out of here, we're in good shape all the way into the weekend. So rainfall yet to come here. I don't think we're going to see zero amount of more rain in Portland, but the idea is it's much less amounts of rain over western Maine, and the heavy stuff that's left is going to be extreme down east Maine into northern Maine, where they could get another inch or an inch and a half, I guess, on the high end of things. So there's the front. This low kind of pulls to the north, so we don't really have to deal with it. We just deal with the breezy conditions Wednesday and Thursday, and then high pressure builds in over the weekend. And so you go from this big troughed out cold pool to ridging signals in time for the weekend. And this is a good place to be at, just looking at it visually. That's mid to upper 60s, and we kind of try to stay there through next week, which would be great. So the trend is your friend, as they say, and it definitely is going up into the 60s over the weekend. It may be close to 70 by Sunday afternoon if everything lines up just right. So that's really, really pleasant stuff. Mild either way, and then our next chance of rain comes in on Monday, but I don't think that's going to be a huge deal. We should be able to stay generally on the warmer side over the next 10 days or so. So again, Pat, if you're going to do the rain, fine. Monday into Tuesday morning, and then clear it out for the rest of the week.
Yeah, the overnight stuff is kind of where it belongs.
Yeah. Although that thunderstorm did wake me up. Did you have that one?
It didn't, but I dealt with the little rivers going down the side of streets to this morning trying to walk the dog because all the storm drains are blocked with leaves.
Yeah, at least Fitzy will actually walk in the rain.
My sneakers won't be dry for days. Thanks, Keith.